Hey, everybody, welcome again to another exciting episode of Connecting Content Podcast. We are here with co host Mansa Jay. What's up, Mansa?
What's happening, man?
All right. And we're also here with producer Vontae. Vontae, what's up?
Man, staying warm, staying blessed. Happy to be here. Happy to hang out with
That's
y'all.
right. We got a nasty ice storm going on here in the Austin area, kind of all
Mm-hmm.
throughout the South. It wasn't too bad where I'm at. Like, I'm up in Georgetown, and I don't know, I grew up in the Northwest, so I'm like, this isn't that bad.
Nah,
So,
it's
Yeah,
not as bad as the one a few years ago.
no, the one a couple of years ago was like apocalyptic. That one was bad. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to be heading out to work tomorrow, so I missed one day. But not bad. But, anyways, let's jump into it. All right. Topic one, South by Southwest 2026. What does it mean for creators? South by Southwest continues to be one of the biggest cultural and creative magnets in Austin. But is it still worth it for indie creators? And I'd say absolutely yes. Um, this will be my first year really participating in South by Southwest, but just in the little bit of time I've spent preparing for an event that we're going to throw and talking to other people, it is like the heart and soul of it is, pretty big artists, big names, but the networking opportunities and the ability to just throw, your content and your production company like we're doing into the ring, even having an unofficial South by Southwest event, I feel it lets people know that you're serious. And I think you get a lot of creative juice and energy off of it. You can draft that from a huge festival that maybe you're not a headliner in, or even a minor act in, but you can still draw from that energy. So I think it's still a great thing. How do y'all feel about it?
um, I let Vontae go. He got a little more like hands-on experience with it as far as being an artist and everything like that. How do you think, Tay? You think it's still as relevant as it once was?
Uh, I think relevance, if you want to go with that, it's a key word to go off of. I still think it's relevant. I still think a lot of maybe its best times are behind it, similar to what y'all were talking about with the Grammys and everything prior. Like I
Yeah,
grew up like an hour away, so like I remember those early 2010 days of seeing like Odd Future and ASAP and them kind of still being like independent out here. Like
doing some good
there's a
years, bro. Doing good years.
but I still think it's still going to be good because of all the networking, as you were saying. I do think because of the time of year, it's always been um, benevolent. I think because it's Q1, so you're almost trying to look forward to the rest of the year while still pulling along the success you had of last year. So it kind of shows how prepared you are. I've noticed that as well. So like I've done shows, and like some years I've been official artist and like not had merch, so I couldn't make too much of my money back. And then some years I was and had the merch, so it kind of just lets you know kind of where you stand. And it's still early in the year, so you can still like use all that going forward.
Right, right, right. I don't know. I kind of feel like it lost a little bit of its thunder, but I think it's bigger now for like it used to be more music and like film and stuff that was like kind of equal. But the music thing was what people were really waiting on, like those shows, those events, all of that. Now it's more for like content creators, podcasters, like ourselves and stuff like that. So in that vein, I think it is probably bigger as far as for like content creation and podcasters and things of that nature. Other aspects, like even films and stuff, like premieres, it's not as big as it used to be because just movies aren't marketed the same ways anymore. So for content creation, for networking, for things of that nature, I think is absolutely still one of the best events to go to. And tech as well. Tech is is really picking up in that space for South by. Even though they always had like their own little side there, they always connected with different things, but now it's coming more dominated with tech and content creation instead as far as the music aspects, what it was mainly known for, for pretty much breaking people. The first time I seen the baby, like actually walking down 6th Street in a diaper was at South by Southwest. That was like months before he actually blew, like when that first album popped. Like he was really in a diaper, but that's what
Wait,
you used to
what?
get all the time. That might have been like the last great year though on the cool though. Like that year that the baby and them came out and he blew.
Wait, wait a second. What happened?
The baby, the artist, the baby.
Yeah, but what about him in a diaper?
He used to wear like because he came down to South by Southwest before he was like known. He was known, I guess, where he was from, but that was like part of his gimmick, like as the baby. So he was like he's he's small too, but he like the baby nigga. He was wearing a diaper and stuff. So, but he
Bold.
wasn't to be played with even in the diaper though. I heard stories about that too though. But
That's crazy.
yeah, he came down. I seen that. I didn't know who he was even then. I kind of like I seen him. Then he performed at some events and stuff. And he bagged up the gimmicks though. He could
Yeah, good.
spit. He
Yeah.
had presence. So, but I feel like that was probably one of the last great years as far as the music aspect. I think it's just changing now. It's just different, the
What
landscape
year
and
was that?
everything. And so, but definitely content creation, networking, podcasting is the place you want to be. Austin, just in general, the place you want to be in for those fields. So,
Mm,
not the music so much, but I love it for the music. That's what got me into it so much. So
yeah.
it's like a bittersweet type deal, but I'm looking forward to some of the events they got going, some of the panels they're gonna be having, the events we putting on, the networking that we're gonna be a part of and stuff like that. So I'm excited in that aspect, but I do miss that old feel of it, like waking up early, going out there, starting out with the events, getting a free
Hmm.
drink, drinking slowly throughout the day till that night hit, and then you go to some crazy after party event with artists that you didn't expect to be there and that mystique and stuff. I miss that whole feel, even though it was my college days too though. So, it's like it was in that era. It was a good time in Austin. It was a good time. But
Mm.
yeah,
Now it's a little more sterile, maybe.
Daryl for sure. But also still lucrative if you're going for the right things, because like I said, if you're just trying to network, put your name, your brand out there, I think it's still good for that. It's in certain spaces, even in music, I think you can still get a buzz and still get, the scene and views and stuff like that. Create good content, videos and things of that nature. So I think it's still good. I think it's still a powerful thing to be a part of. And if you are in it, then you should definitely still take full advantage of it. And if you're just going to spectate and see, I think you should take full advantage of it because they are going to bring a lot of new things for they're going to be coming up in the future, tools that we will be using down the road, different things of that nature. So it's a good chance to see what's coming and what's happening.
Yeah.
So
What kind of panels do you expect to see? I mean, probably a lot of AI panels.
yeah, it's a bunch of different type of panels. Like, but as far as like podcast panels, content creation panels, where they talk about the business of podcasting, the business of content creation on different platforms, on social media and things of that nature. So they're gonna have a bunch of special guests or talents or whatever from around the industry coming out. One of them probably gonna feature like Joe Rogan or somebody because they're right here in the city. So. But it's probably gonna be like names like that all around town who showing people how to turn this thing into a business, a profitable business. So I'm looking forward to some of those panels. I signed up for a couple of them, but we'll see. Let's see what they like if they bear fruit.
So can I ask y'all, since y'all are always more interested in the film aspect, if y'all ever got to like Jeremy? I believe we got to go like one year when I was official. We walked around a few things, but have y'all ever got to like sit and watch some of like the independent films they'll have playing at like the Austin Center where everyone gets the stuff, or like you ever got a chance to sit and watch some of those?
I've never been to South by Southwest.
Damn, you,
I've
you've
been
been down
in,
here for like 5 years.
yeah, 4 years. Yeah. Yep. No, I've never been.
Yeah,
This
well,
will be my
yeah.
first year. That'll be fun.
I got you. Now, have y'all ever got a chance to like go and watch some of the independent films that they'll have at like the Austin Convention Center, like during South by Southwest? Like just like to walk in if you ever had some of the badges.
Am I tripping or is your mic cutting out? You can hear him clear, Vaughn?
Yeah, I can hear Vontae. I can hear you too.
Okay.
No.
Is it no, Brian? He's asking if my mic's cutting out for you or is it just cutting out for him?
Oh, no, Vontae, I can hear Vontae loud and clear.
All right, cool. Because he started off strong, then it started like diving, and I don't know if it was just me. It's probably just me, you know. But
It could be your.
so yeah, say that one more time for me, bro. My
I
bad,
got you.
dog.
It's cool. I was asking, like, have you ever got to experience some of like the independent films and the previewings at South by Southwest?
Oh, nah. I haven't really did any of the film festivals, like going to any premieres or anything like that. Like I was strictly music, bro. Like I love music. You know that. I used to do a podcast about the music industry and things of that nature, the business of it. So. Uh, Yeah, I was just there for the music and the liquor, bro. I wasn't going to watch movies, premieres. I don't really like premieres anyway, so I've been to a couple of them, but they're just not really my thing. Um, yeah, I was gonna say something, but it took us down a different path. But yeah, the premieres aren't really my thing, so I haven't really seen anything. I heard about movies that like got popping afterwards, but I didn't go personally go see it. I've seen a lot of movie stars. Like the first time I met Arnold Schwarzenegger was at South
Oh,
by
you met
Southwest.
Arnold. That's cool.
He was smaller than I thought he would be. I thought he was gonna be like a giant, bro. I don't know if he because he's old now, he's shrunk or what, but he was like at my
Yeah.
chest,
Well,
barely at my chest.
how tall are you though?
Yeah, that's true. But I thought he was like 6'2" at least, you know what I mean? Like I thought he was like a big guy, but he is not.
Why haven't
He's
we done a
muscular.
6'7" skit about you and your height? Because you're 6'7". We need to incorporate that into some dumb
Wait,
six
there's no
seven
I
skit.
way.
am not 6'7" though, but yeah,
No, how
that's
tall are you?
I'm like a little over 6'5", like 6'5" and a half, something like
Well, you
that.
you can pad your
I
stats
got
a
a
little bit.
ways to go. I still got a ways to go before I get to 6'7". I don't even
The
know if I
NBA
want to be that
standards, you're
tall.
like 6'9".
Huh?
Ugh.
If you were in the NBA, you'd be 7 foot. They pad those stats bad.
Yeah. If I'd have never got hurt, I would have been in there anyway at 6'5", so it don't even matter. But
Hey,
yeah,
that kind of dovetails us into the next topic real quick.
what
Um,
you?
uh,
Oh, jobs in the next topic. Okay.
yeah, the next topic. Let's jump into it real quick because that's a good way to get into it. The raw fuel, turning personal pain and joy into authentic content. Because everybody has, this was going to happen and then that happened. And you got that story for sure with regards to basketball and the trajectory you were on. And I've had that too with the trajectory I was on as a writer in Hollywood. And then boom, one day my writing partner died and he was my connection to everything. And it all was gone overnight. Vontae, I'm sure you've got yours too. Everybody has that. But how do we as artists tie that in and use that as fuel to drive us? And will we go there? And do most artists go there? I feel like a lot of artists won't quite really tap into that for fuel. And when you don't, what you're doing comes off a little phony. But when you are present enough with yourself and really the joys and the pains in your life, it grounds you in your work, grounds you in your content, grounds you in your music like this. And just what do you y'all feel about that with regards to um, what role it plays in a creator's journey and their content?
You want me to go first, or you, Tay? See, that's kind of like a loaded question for me. Right? That's like, um, yeah, of course we've all been through it, and I definitely had mine. That's the whole reason I'm in film. Like film was kind of like a thing that got me out of like a dark place. Like I just used to, a lot of people don't know out there or whatever, but like after my wreck and everything, I started to lose my hearing from head trauma or whatever. I got nerve damage. So after I got out the hospital, my ears were just like ringing like crazy. So I just used to stay in my room at my mom's. I had to go back home with my mom's and stuff, and just stayed in my room. I would watch movies and TV all day, but the only thing that would keep my mind off of things. So like I was laid up, you know. So like channeling that into when I write and things of that nature is it's kind of only way I know how to tell stories or like visualize it is by going off like real events or real like trauma. So like when I'm creating something, like I'm always visualizing it while I'm doing it. And so like when I'm shooting a skit or I write a skit or something, I see it a certain type of way. It'll usually go a different type of way. But when I'm writing it, I see it some type of way. I'm not like I haven't got my director skills down to where I can guide people into how I want them like to act on a certain part or do this on a certain part. Like so, I usually just let people just freestyle it or whatever, and just do whatever they're going to do. Brian, you attest to this. Like every time we shoot skits, I just let you go with however you want to do it or whatever that makes you feel more comfortable. So I don't really like pressure, but when I'm writing, like yeah, I'm visualizing it, I'm seeing it, I'm feeling it because it's usually something I thought about from a place of when I was sitting in my room, you know, just watching a movie, or I seen this, or just like even it got me down this path to even think that I could write or produce content or make content or whatever. So after I came out of that like dark hole, got hearing aids, figured out what's wrong with me and stuff, and went back to school and I took a film class, and then it was my like my professor was the one that told me like I should keep writing and doing it and doing things like that. So it kind of led, so the trauma kind of led me down this path or whatever, just like the movies and everything. So I think it's super important though to connect with your crowd and your audience. So I kind of think you need that. Like everybody, if you're feeling it, somebody else is feeling it. Somebody else felt it, or they had that same reaction. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the best way to connect with your audience and find your people, your crowd. So yeah, man, I think emotion in film is the only thing that's gonna keep it human. So especially with all the technology and stuff coming up, we kind of touched on that last episode, but yeah, I think that's everything, man. You gotta have the emotion, the pain, you gotta use it all. And you gotta channel it into the right direction to make but that's the hardest part is channeling it in the right direction, like getting it down on paper, like trying to explain it and s- help someone else see what you're seeing, seeing your pain or your happiness or your whatever, you know. So that's the challenge of it. But yeah,
Right.
how about you, bro?
Yeah. That is the most challenging part is channeling it in something creative, something productive, something that you can share, something that connects you to an audience because it's genuine and because like we've all been through it. Um, my writing partner, he wrote a movie called Swim Fan, which was the number one movie in the U.S. when it came out,
I
and he
remember that.
wrote that. Yeah, Swim Fan. But he wrote that after his boyfriend had broken up with him, and he went on a 2 week bender, and he was just grieving this breakup, and he wrote Swim Fan in like 2 weeks. The first draft of it, anyways. So that was his most well known project he worked on. Um, and then
Brian,
yeah, what's up?
how much older was he to you?
He was when he passed, he was 54 24, I believe, and I would have
Oh, okay.
been 30. So he was about 15 years older.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say Swim Fan came out when we were like we were young, so he must have
Yeah.
wrote that.
Yeah.
But that was a great movie, though. That was a great movie.
Yeah, he wrote another interesting movie called He's My Girl. It was really funny, about two best friends, and one of them wins some all-paid vacation or something. But in the festival, it's like a vacation for a couple, and it's set in the 80s. So his friend goes in drag because he wants to go on this vacation with him and talks him into taking him. So these two guys are going on this couple's vacation. One of them's in drag, and the whole thing
As a gay couple.
throughout the story. Yeah, but they're not. And just one is going
What
in
was the
drag.
name of that
Go.
one movie though? It was with Adam Sandler in it and the dude from Mall Cop. What's his name?
Oh yeah, that
I now
one.
pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of a premise like that.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. I was like, as you're saying, I'm like, I feel like I've seen this movie or something kind of like it.
yeah.
But then you say it's the 80s, and I'm also thinking, like, I don't know how much y'all watched MASH, like that whole character on MASH. Y'all
Okay, I
have an
didn't really
experience with
I didn't
MASH?
get into MASH. That was
So,
definitely before my time.
well, yeah, so I watched it with my grandma, but pretty much the premise
Right.
was like they're military over there in the 80s, and that was like the don't ask, don't tell movement. So, but if they could confirm you were of like LGBT orientation, you would pretty much be kicked out of the military. So people were trying to like get find out stuff like that. So there's a character who pretty much
So they
dresses in
could get it.
drag the whole time. But
Wow.
yeah, that's kind of like his
I
whole
didn't know
bit.
that
It's
was
very interesting.
okay. I didn't know that about MASH.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, it's I worked the first film I got when I moved here, and I had my phone queued up, depending on the scene. It was a very emotionally heavy film where I played a character he was pretty disturbed, and he was very emotionally erratic, and you know, crying and screaming and killing people, and um, so a lot of highs and lows. And I had my phone queued up with the right music. I had the right photos. So, and it was all very personal. And I don't think that you're going to convince an audience that what you're doing is real unless you're willing to go to a real place yourself, which is a vulnerable thing to do and something that we don't want to do, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
it's always worth it. It's always worth it once you're willing to go and touch that place that is painful for you and channel that. Or it doesn't have to be painful, it could be some place that's totally full of joy, but it has to be a very real, strong emotional memory or experience. And when you create from there, it's potent.
I gotta ask, what was the song you had queued up?
Um, it was. I'm not gonna say.
Fair enough. Till next time.
Till next time, maybe. Yeah.
But no, that's one thing, man, and that's especially like in all art forms. I once heard, and this wasn't even a wise quote. It was my friend Camo. He's like, more people can relate to your pain than probably your success. So that's why speaking from like a truthful vault is always going to resonate with people because a lot of more people have felt the lows of life than the highs of life. We've all, and don't get me wrong, everyone's had, their success in whatever the department from, getting all A honor roll to, putting money down in your first house to achieving your dream job. There's different levels of success, but everyone's had a bad breakup. That's why Adele will always sell records because everyone loves a good love song, a good breakup song, stuff like that. That's one thing too about my cousin. When I went through a pretty bad incident myself, my cousin got me this book. It's called like Finding Joy. I read it probably like in a day. One of those moments where you just kind of like just need some distraction. And they were pretty much the synopsis is you have to, happiness is like one dimensional, like getting a promotion, like you're happy to get it, whether the money or the status. But then eventually it's like, okay, well, I have this job, I have to do the work, and you're kind of always looking for the next promotion. Where when you're looking to find joy, you're looking at like every aspect, like why does this make me happy? This is like, is it the building of the process, is the end result? So that's kind of the overall thing that at all levels kind of keeps people going. And say, as you say, and drawing from that as well is very helpful because as much as people want to see, some of the downturns of everybody because those are always more theatrical. Seeing the joy of like what brings you the nirvana of it all, what makes you want to think about the next day and kind of gets deep into who you are is always helpful. Uh, and I think that's the hardest part for some people. Not, and I think that's
Right.
communication's hard too because you can always have that, but then it's like, can you communicate that to where people understand what you're trying to communicate? And I think that's always the hardest part for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, that translating it into something that is high concept but doesn't lose its potency and its truth. It doesn't become some cheap, expression, but it stays very genuine, very profound, but very accessible.
Hmm.
And that's a real, I think that takes such clarity to be able to do that to where it just doesn't, and I've so many things I've done and I'm like, this is great. But then you watch it, maybe you sit on it for a day or two and you watch, and you're like, how in the hell is anybody going to relate to this? So bridging that gap, um,
Bridging that gap for sure.
using the truth.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tay, what camera are you using?
I'm using my laptop camera.
Oh,
I think in the future I may use my phone.
okay. I was just wondering if it's like an Android or something, or what was it?
Dang, dang, that's crazy. They might come for you telling that the Mac computer looks like an Android. They gonna be at your crib, bro. That's wild.
Nah, I was just wondering what it was. I was just trying to see real quick. That's it. That's it.
You
It wasn't.
you can probably hook your phone up to your laptop and select it as a video source while keeping all the functionality of, the desktop version of this app. And I'll add you as a producer in later episodes, and you can like add sound effects. There's a lot you can do as a producer on here as well.
Yeah, I
This
need
is not a
to.
topic. We digress.
No, it's learning how to make things go better. You know what I'm saying?
But next topic is, unless does anybody want to say anything else on this topic before we move on?
Power to the people. No, I don't know.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
I'm
follow
good.
your dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm just saying some shit. Yeah. Next topic.
All right, Austin, and I'm Vontae. I'm going to let you run with this because this was your topic.
Got you, got you. So there's kind of always been talk about Austin kind of needing to be like the next big city. It's always kind of felt like the little cousin city of Texas. At least that's kind of always been my perspective. So they're trying to get some more sports teams here. So in the past, I think it was like 4 to 5 years, we got Austin FC. I don't know if y'all ever been to the games. Super cool. I watched a little bit of soccer growing up. My best friend played, so that's how the only reason I know the decency of the game.
Okay,
But
he played for Austin FC.
oh God, no, he wishes he played for our high school team.
Well,
uh,
shoot, I played in the fifth grade.
hey, facts. I could do the sit and stretch pretty far, but
That's
I kind
good,
of
man.
kind of want to see what y'all think about Austin getting some possible more sports teams. I know there's always thrown around of Texas getting one more football team and something coming to Austin. So just kind of y'all perspectives on what that would do for the city.
Until Elon builds us some tunnels, no. The traffic is bad enough. Elon, where are the
Until,
tunnels, man? Come on.
wait, until Elon does what?
Build us the tunnels. So Elon has that company, the Boring Company.
But yeah, he got all
Yeah.
types of tunnels. I know he got some in Texas too. I know he got some somewhere.
What's going on? Let's get the tunnels up because like this traffic is terrible. And we're gonna add a sports team to the city? No.
Mm.
They not for us. So the tunnels ain't for us. Goddamn. I don't think we make enough for that shit. So
Woohoo.
shit, we got to build our own tunnel.
Wasn't that one of
Start
his
digging.
biggest selling points to come into Austin? He's like, I'm gonna build y'all that speedway tunnel under the city so y'all can get to Dallas quicker. Wasn't that one of his like biggest selling points of coming
Yeah.
to Austin?
Who's I hopefully they're still breaking ground. Hopefully they're still on that path. But yeah. dude.
Austin is growing kind of crazy. I think Georgetown and Round Rock and all of them like surrounding towns. It's going to be kind of be like Houston soon. Like in another 5 years, it's going to be like Houston, where all those surrounding towns you think of it as Houston. So you're going to have Austin like downtown, like just a real Austin. Like, but I think they're going to eventually get like a football, basketball team because the city's growing too fast. There's too much happening here. All the tech companies are here. Tech is starting to take over the country. So it's like I think it's inevitable, but I I don't know if I'm. Unfortunately, I already got my sports team since childhood, so I couldn't switch up even if I wanted to. So, like, my loyalty just won't let me do that, even though I've been wanting to for years now. But
Who's your
we
team?
trash. All my teams trash, bro.
Who are they?
This
Who are
shit's
these
sad, bro. This
trashy?
shit's sad. Huh?
Who are these trashy teams? Don't be ashamed.
Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Mavericks, and the Tex, and the Rangers.
Mm.
Rangers.
And so all Dallas teams. I don't know how that happened. Mostly, well, I know how the Cowboys happened. The Mavericks, I just chose them because all my family are Rockets fans
Mm-hmm.
and Astro fans, so I was always trying to go against the grain. The same reason I'm not an Aggie. I don't support Texas A&M, and I'm not supporting UT because I'm from Aggie land, so whole family Aggie fans. So,
Mm.
but yeah, I chose wrong, bro. I don't, but I can't. It's too late. I'm over 30 years deep. I don't know how to switch off this shit, bro.
You're pot committed, man. You got to ride this
Huh?
one. You got to ride
But
this.
see, the thing that's gonna really make me mad if I decide to switch, like a team came to Austin and I switched, and then the Cowboys finally win the Super Bowl. Like I've never seen it in my lifetime, but if they win in like the year that I leave and come to Austin, bro, you know how shitty I'm gonna feel, bro. Like I might have to go do something to Jerry. I might have to take that trip, go find his ass.
The funny
For sure, though. I don't know if it's gonna be NFL or NBA. I don't think it'll be NBA first, probably be NFL because most Austin fans are like, I mean, Austin residents or San Antonio Spurs fans or Rockets, so it's a lot of competition, but they could get a football team over here.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
How
See,
about
that
an
would be.
MLB team? How many MLB teams are in Texas?
We've got three, right?
It's it's two. It's the Astros and the Texans. I mean the Rangers.
Yeah, because
Okay,
we've
so we
got
got
the.
yeah, we
Continue, Brian.
got
My bad.
three NBA teams, three NFL teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's balance it out. Three MLB teams.
Because we also got the Round Rock Express. That's like the Division II baseball team for the Rangers as well. Like I don't know if you've ever been to Round Rock Express games. I went to
I
those
have.
growing up. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've been to one. I've been to a couple, I think.
Because that would be
Yeah.
my thought. I would think what sports team? I don't think it would be football or basketball for like the obvious. I don't
Hockey.
think Jerry would. That's my other guess. Because like soccer makes sense. I think hockey, you can probably get away because a lot of the Austin High kids out here
Wait,
play
wait.
hockey and lacrosse.
It's a hockey team. We got a hockey team in Dallas. I don't think it's a hockey team in Dallas. We got two NFL and two NBA teams. No, three NBA teams, two NFL teams.
Oh, we only have two NFL teams. I don't know sports.
The Cowboys and Texans. But
Mm-hmm.
that's why I said the NFL would be the most likely because or MLB because our semi-pro baseball team is pretty popular. The Expos or whatever they are, they're pretty popular. So
What about a bobsled team?
this is not cool runnings, bro. I don't know, but bobsled in Texas would be crazy. But a bobsled team in Jamaica is just as crazy. So they made a movie about that. I don't know if it was they really got a bobsled team or not, but
No,
I
they
wouldn't
really do
go
have a bobsled team.
in Jamaica.
Yeah, they do. They finally won a medal, like at the fairly recently. They won a medal at like the I don't know few Olympics
Oh,
ago.
And why do you know this?
Cause I went on a John Candy like when that documentary I Like Me came out, and I just started binging all of his films. And
And
then
so,
runnings, and then I was like, oh, I wonder if they still got a bobsled team. And sure enough, they do, and they won their first medal. Within the last, I don't know, decade.
So yes, it says here the Jamaican four-man bobsled team achieved a historic feat its first ever international gold medal at the November 2025 North American Cup in Whistler, Canada.
it was a gold
Yes.
medal?
It says gold. First ever
Damn.
international gold medal. I mean, that's pretty hard.
Dang. All
You know,
right.
it's pretty fire.
That's
They don't
real
have
recent. You wasn't
snow in
lying.
Jamaica. They have no snow.
They came a long way. They came a long way. I don't know. Damn, I never would have. I thought that was all made up. Jamaica would have. It don't even like got ice in Jamaica. It's hot
Uh,
right
uh,
now.
except for the shaved ice, they got no ice.
Facts.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think one of
Mhm.
the
I
biggest
guess it's
things
kind of the
too.
same. If you got like in Dallas, they got a hockey team. So, but it do snow in Dallas though.
It does snow in Dallas. Yeah. Ask a chat if it's ever snowed in Jamaica,
Ask chat.
or whoever. Are you on an AI chat box? I'll
I'll get
ask.
on Chat GPT.
Has it ever snowed in Jamaica?
You mean like a chat box? I thought you were talking about like acid chat. Like we ain't live. I don't think is this live. I'm about to say, what's up, chat? What's up, chat? We in this thing.
Nope, it has never snowed in record. Nope, Jamaica has never recorded snowfall.
That's crazy.
All right, for sure. But yeah, Austin sports team would be cool though. Another one. But traffic right now is too crazy. They still got to build this thing out. So get like a train tunnel or something. Didn't the
Facts.
dude who made Highway 35 commit suicide or something like that?
I've heard that from a couple people. Yeah,
A couple of people. What?
Dang.
yeah, I've heard that from a couple people. Yeah.
Oh, you
I
heard it from a couple of people. Oh,
Yes. Yeah, yeah, no, I've heard that before. I mean, God, I hope not, but yeah, what a infrastructure. Everybody overlooks infrastructure. Now we're off topic again. But, that's what I do as a network technician, L1 network technician. No one thinks about infrastructure. I mean, that's not exactly true, but it's we forget about it and we're just on to like the cool things. The application of the product rather than the actual backbone. And that's what happened, I think, with I-35 and our road system and the grid. They just weren't thinking about how big Texas was going to be.
oh shoot.
I just Googled if the
It,
guy
it,
who
it was
committed
already
I
big when it
35.
made it.
What'd you get on that Google search?
They said it was a myth, and the myth came from a whole bunch of projects that never happened. But there's the one thing they say is they're not like a direct person who is like credited for
Sure,
making I-35. So it was like a
of
team, and
course.
maybe one of them committed suicide, but it doesn't say like the direct person committed it.
Not the director over the project or
Uh
something. Well,
huh.
that's good.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It says, yeah, I-35 route through Austin closely follow East Avenue, which already functions as a racial and economic divide line. So yeah, East Texas with a poor black Hispanic, West Austin was the money and white. But I guess that's why 35 was really made. I don't know, bro. It don't say one, but I did hear that story from a professor told me that too.
Mm.
But I don't remember the name he told me though.
Probably just makes people feel better when they're stuck in traffic to think that.
this
Yeah,
guy. He's got to figure it out. Good
yeah.
thing he not to plan how to get a new sports team here, because if that guy had to figure it out, then who knows? They'd probably get it here, but they never have a game start.
Yeah, we don't need it right now. But all right, y'all. Well, what do you think? We're 40 minutes into this thing. Y'all want to add anything to it before we wrap up?
Um,
Or y'all can
not
stay on.
really. Not really add anything to it. Just tell them what we got coming. This coming Saturday, half baked comedy show. Vontae, you wanna let them know about that a little bit?
Yeah, so we got Half Baked Comedy in Austin, Texas at Botanical Gardens. We had to push it back because this winter ice storm. We'll have Evan Lopez and we'll have like Demi Chang there and Aaron Pierce, a good couple great comics, and one of the artists performing musically is Trinity. I've seen her like 2 or 3 times around Austin. She's pretty dope. Use promo code content and you'll get like 15% off the tickets just going forward. So I'll give y'all a promo code to kind of help everything out. But yeah,
Right
look,
on.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's how we know. Drive that traffic.
That part. That part. Gotta follow the numbers, man. Follow
Exactly.
the
That's it.
money. Yeah, for sure. But
Hmm.
also we got other things coming for South by Southwest. So if you're gonna be in the Austin area, definitely be on the lookout for that. But we got plenty more podcasts coming up before that day, so we'll explain more about that to y'all probably next episode. But definitely trying to find sponsorships and things of that nature. So uh, if you got a company or business or something, you trying to get some outreach or some looks on you, definitely contact us. But yeah, also I want to get back to this to like the content of the week and stuff like that. So I got some old submissions on the email or whatever, so it might bring those up on the next episode. But I still want y'all to reach out, man, and drop your videos or whatever y'all see. If it's something that y'all seen or y'all recorded a UFO sighting, I don't care, man. It just we just gonna pick through the content
Whatever.
and find the content of the week, man. But yeah, and live episodes coming up, so. I'll be on the lookout for that. Other things coming. But yeah, Brian, did I forget anything?
No, I think you said it all. Yeah, we've got the South by Southwest event. Also with Vontae and Half Bake, we're gonna host a video game tournament, Street Fighter. It's gonna be so
That's on
cool.
February 21st.
Yep. So we got
So,
some fun stuff coming up and great opportunities for people who want to get involved with sponsorship. And um,
absolutely.
we got other
Uh,
really exciting things happening for 2026. It's going to be a good growing year for connecting content. So we want to connect with y'all. So say hi, share your content with us, reach out. Let's see how we can work together.
absolutely. And go by the website, check that out, ccontentworld.com. For creators, by creators, man. Yeah, y'all come check us out. Check out some of the content we got. Upcoming events will be posted. All that. So any information y'all want to find out about us, will be on the website about Half Baked Comedy and other Half Baked events. It'll be on the website. Also, merch. We'll be expecting that South by Southwest new merch gonna drop. We're gonna drop that the same day as our event on the website exclusively. Might have a pop up shop somewhere doing South by Southwest as well. So yeah, man, South by Southwest, y'all make sure y'all down there and get y'all content in, get y'all connections on and all that stuff. But yeah, we got a lot more coming for y'all.
The
I'm
letter
excited
C
for the year for sure.
world.com. And it looks good.
Absolutely,
It looks good. So the
absolutely,
letter C, contentworld.com.
absolutely. But yeah, like this video, subscribe, man. We need those impressions, comment on it, do all that good stuff. So hit that thumbs up, hit in the comment section. If y'all got questions for us, something that y'all need to ask about content creation, about how we put certain things together, or just y'all want to just say any general kind of type of questions or whatever, man. Just comment on this video, tell us what y'all think about how it's going and all that stuff. We need that engagement for sure. So do
Yep.
that, do that.
Yep.
But yeah. Oh, that boy yawning. That means it's time to wrap it.
Fonte.
That's
Man,
crazy. In the
I
middle of
used
my
to.
soliloquy, you just gonna yawn on your boy like that? Ah,
Hey, that boy pulled out
Goodness.
soliloquy
let's
is
get it.
crazy.
It be
So
young peoples, man. It be young peoples. But we got
guys,
another conspiracy hour coming too, so we got to get back off into that. I got some new information I'm trying to get to y'all, man. All content is good content around here. We gonna talk about this shit, bro. We gonna talk about it.
launching into another Shakespearean soliloquy. Honest, I
Oh,
love it.
hey, I got some juicy ones. I got some
I
juicy
believe it, man. No, I can't wait. I want to do another conspiracy hour with you. That was fun. That was
ones.
Y'all
fun.
was y'all was
We need to
podding that
choose like
day.
a day, like Conspiracy Fridays or something like that, or
Yeah.
something. Where we just go in and have like all the UFO talk because that content is coming in strong now. People trying to find out the truth, trying to find out answers and stuff like that. It's a big part of the internet right now, man. So I think, and I love that shit. So I talk about that for hours off
Yeah.
camera. So man, we'll do it on camera too. So
Yeah. No, we're gonna do another one of those. I definitely learned some interesting things about your perspective on politics that I would not have expected
who me?
from. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, that's interesting. That's cool, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think like the normal people, man. I look for the real answers, the real truth, man. I don't care about all that fluff you see on TV, bro. I need the real
I
answer.
that you're not trying to you're not towing any company line. You're this is my opinion on it, which
No,
was
I don't do that. I go for the truth because that's the only way we're gonna get free, man. The truth sets you free. We got to get out this matrix, and they got us
amen.
trapped in it.
Preach. I just
Yeah.
listened to Young Dolph's preach
Don't,
for the
don't get
first.
me started, man. I'm already getting my cap is starting to spin, man. We gotta get up out of here for this turn into a whole nother segment, man.
Man.
It's gonna go left real quick. It's gonna go
All right.
left.
All right. And thank you for watching,
I'm just
everybody.
absolutely. We appreciate y'all. Tune in next time. Vontae, B Money over there. Your boy Master J. We out. Until next time.
Till next time, preach. Later. Okay.